It's me, Balthazar here, and today I wanted to showcase Kaalia Zenith Seeker and a good friend of hers, Sephara Sky's Blade. So these are two new cards that came out in M20, and they happen to have some pretty cool synergy together. And so I thought I'd throw a deck together and throw it into Training Grounds and give you guys an idea of something that you can use Kaalia for. So what Kaalia does is when she enters the battlefield, she fetches the next angel, demon, and dragon from your library and gives them half mana. So it's going to fetch if you have one angel and one demon, or one angel and one dragon, or one demon and one dragon, it'll fetch both of those creatures and give each of them half of their mana. So it makes it pretty easy to get them down on the battlefield. Now, Kaalia's sort of disadvantage is that she has vigilance, and it's sort of a disadvantage for her because she's only a 5/5 for 16. But Sephara Sky's Blade gives all your other creatures with flying prevent damage. So if you play Kaalia, she's going to go ahead, fetch Sephara, who's going to go ahead and then make Kaalia have prevent damage. So they work pretty well together. And then for the other option, I chose to throw in a demon because the dragons aren't particularly defensive, and this is a more defensive deck. And so I threw in Rakdos because Rakdos is cool. Honestly, if you have just Kaalia and Sephara, you can try the deck out. You don't need the other pieces that I'm throwing in. I just threw them in because I think that they're good cards to put in. So Killer Instinct is going to make it easier for me to get more Kaalias. Apex of Power is card draw. Court of Calling is going to fetch me Kaalia, or in the event that I've got Sephara down, I can just fetch Kaalia, or if I have Kaalia down, I can fetch Sephara, really whatever way I want. High Alert is just going to make it more likely for Kaalia to survive and make it easier for me to kill faster. Memorial to War and Clifftop Retreat are both going to be converting gems to red for me, which is going to make it so that Rakdos kills everything. And Isolate serves as removal for everything but Vanguards. So let's go ahead, throw it in. Oh, I'm using Nahiri because, really quickly, Kaalia and Sephara both require white. And then for me to throw in Rakdos, I needed red. I could have gone white-black, except that Soren's garbage and Kaya's garbage, so I'm not using them. I suppose Kaya has been updated, so it's possible that she has some use. I don't have her because she was garbage, so that's, I guess, a me problem. Oh well, so I'm going to play Kaalia first here, and I'm going to be playing Kaalia first here. Oh, but if I do that, I can get Apex this turn. Whatever, let's get Kaalia first. I'm trying to show off Kaalia anyways, so I'll get a first turn Kaalia, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead, get Kaalia down, which means that we've got both a Sephara and we have a Rakdos in hand. So I want Sephara down before I want Rakdos down, and I actually want Clifftop Retreat down before I want Rakdos down, and I want the Clifftop Retreat down before the Rakdos so that I can try and make it so that I've got more red gems down to make it so he's more likely to kill things. So now Kaalia is an immovable wall, which is great. I imagine that our president would kill for a wall like this. Never mind. So from this point forward, Sarkhan is going to have like hard removal to be able to do anything. I'm going to go ahead, give my creatures +4/+4, giving them +4/+4 for largely for giggles. They don't really need it at this point because Sarkhan is red and blue and green, and those colors don't have a lot of hard removal in them. So most of that is going to be like red direct damage, or maybe it's going to have blue bounce or something, but I'm really not afraid of it. So that's where that's all coming from. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make the red match. I'm still keeping Rakdos in tow in the back, just in case Sarkhan plays something else, right? So if Sarkhan plays something nasty, I want to have an answer for it. Okay, so this gives High Alert, and High Alert, for all intents and purposes, is going to give both of these things double strike. It's not really double strike, but it's doubling their damage because their power and toughness are equivalent. Spell Swindling, which means that Storm the Vault is going to flip, but that doesn't matter because He's dead this turn. Oh well. Well, okay. So you got to see these two just systematically rip Sarkhan a new one, but we didn't get to actually see Sarkhan bashing his head against that unbreakable wall. So let's go ahead, throw it in again, and just see what happens when creatures hit the wall. My guess is based on the path of discovery for the Sarkhan, that Sarkhan was looking to run either Krenko or March of the Multitudes, but we didn't get to see either version, so let's try round two. In round two, we're going to go ahead, put them down this way. I always like to put my gem converters down first, and then after I've put my gem converters down, I go from there. So I like to do that because I just want to have consistent mana. Consistent mana is really important. So I can get a Killer Instinct this turn. Next turn. So let's do that. Maybe we get it this turn with one more match? No. All right, so we'll get Killer Instinct next turn, which is fine. I'm actually going to lock this down. I'm going to lock you down, and you down, and you down. I'm locking all the creatures down because I am getting Killer Instinct down this turn, and I don't want to lose them to Killer Instinct's ability. So next turn, I'll play the Kaalia, and if I can, I'll let the Court of Calling drop too. But I'm gonna leave it there and see what drops. So we get Rakdos. Rakdos is gonna kill the creature. It's gonna destroy some gems. We're gonna get Kaalia down, and Court of Calling needs 6 more mana. I've got a 5 match on the black, and then I can do the white match, so I'll definitely be safe here. So let's go ahead and do that. So Sephara is going to do that. So Sephara is actually going to cost 6 less mana. It's going to be 15, so I can safely Court of Calling and get it out because I have 2 creatures with flying, and so that reduces her cost by 9. 6. Who am I kidding? All right, so let's go ahead, get those out. Since I have 3 creatures down, I'm going to go ahead and use Nahiri's first, since I can go ahead and use her third next turn anyways on the Sepharas. And oh boy, well, this just really sucks for Tommy, all right? Like, all these matches like this. I mean, this must be what it feels like to be Greg. I feel powerful. I love it. Well, okay, so she's going to die next turn, and she's not going to be able to hit the wall of doom because it just isn't going to happen, right? So we've got 20 and 30, so we got 52 power. Yeah, there's nothing I can do for that. So let's just go ahead and make her a big girl. For fun, right? Definitely makes it more fun to make her a big girl. And that's the end of Tamio. Well, okay, so once again, we killed our opponent too fast to be able to see anything hit the wall. We could have seen something hit the wall if, Rakdos didn't kill everything, but that just showcases even more of what you can do with Kaalia. So she's pretty cool. This is going to be a brand new for this series. We're going to throw it into a third match. We're going to see if something hits the wall. At the very least, I feel like this is showcasing that this deck can hold its own. And on the downside, it's just killing everything. So we don't get to see things hit the wall. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do that. It's going to give us a Cascade. Unfortunately, it gives Kiora a possibility for a 5 and definitely a 5. I actually like that this came down, and you might be thinking, wow, you're crazy, Malthazar. But I like it because now something will hit our wall, and I want that. So I'm going to go ahead and Apex just for the mana to see what comes out. It's another Apex. Okay, I'm going to Apex again to see what we get. It's a Kaalia. Great, fantastic. And a Memorial to War. That's actually should be just enough mana to play both of them. So that's Kaalia. Unfortunately, because of the hand size, we only got 1, but we did get Sephara. So that's nice, even though we're losing Kaalia here. So big whoop. Bye, Kaalia. You were great. But so here what we're going to do is we're going to play Sephara, and then we're going to play Court of Calling. Yes, I know I have Isolate. I'm going to go ahead and toss this Memorial of War. I don't want to play the Isolate right now just because I want these things to hit the wall. But if I didn't want them to hit the wall, I would prioritize using Isolate. Definitely prioritize that. I'm going to take this white match over here just in case that gives black into red. It did not do that. So this thing is going to be mutating and getting bigger, which is still fantastic, still what we want. So definitely not concerned in any way. Just looking to see if there's a better match here, and I really don't see one. So I'm going to take this red landfall on the right. Oh, that's nifty, right? All right, so we've got our Sephara down now. Kiora is of course going to Cascade. So those lucky Greg-like matches that I was getting last time, Greg is properly getting this time. So good on you, Greg. Unfortunately, because Greg's big ugly thing has reach here, it's going to be blocking Sephara. And so, of course, there's just, oh, there's nothing I could do to make Sephara survive this. What? Ah, this is unfortunate. Oh, oh, what? Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, he's screwed. Let's go ahead, play Kaalia, and that's going to get us. Oh, I should have cleared room in my hand. Bad play, Michael. Bad play. So we're gonna get another one of those. We're not gonna play Killer Instinct this turn. That is a bad play. We're not doing that. And do we need another Sephara? No. Is it fun to play another Sephara? Yes. Sure. Why not? And okay. I feel like Greg again. I feel like these episodes have been pretty ridiculous. Yeah, so Sephara just became a big, big, big girl. And yeah, big girl. She has first strike, so whatever Kyora's going to do really doesn't matter very much. So let's just put Kiora out of her misery and make this match for 14. Ooh, we'll get the black match. Yes, we get another Sephara down. Fantastic. This is delightful. So Sephara is going to become an even bigger girl than she was last time. So she's going to be 126. Yeah. All right. Goodbye. All right. Well, I feel like that's enough. You see how effective this can be. It's wonderful. It's lovely. It showcases Nahiri, who I most recently featured in my Planeswalker series. But I hope you enjoyed. If you wind up getting both Kaalia and Sephara, go ahead, throw them together in a deck. They're incredibly powerful together. If you've already got Rakdos, not the one that attacks and kills everything, the Defiler, but that's not Lord of Riots. Who are you? The Showstopper. So if you've got the Showstopper, Kaalia, and Sephara, throw them all together. If you've only got Kaalia and Sephara, throw them together. They're really fun together. I know it's mythic heavy, so I'm sorry to those of you that don't have them, but it gives you something to hunt. Have a great weekend. Weekend? Night? Thing? Yeah.